We had to stop to get a picture of the sunrise on our way to do the bird watching. Yeah, that's the crew I'm traveling with. I'm out with the birders this morning.
I guess we'll congregate over here just so cars don't get run over again. They wake up and start feeding. They probably feed for a few hours earlier than us. But yeah, it's a pretty exciting time of the year. Migration is basically, well, it's kind of like trickling down at the moment. So September, October is the best time to receive migrant birds in Bermuda. We get birds any time of the year, but September, October is when the bulk of them are leaving, like North America, coming down past Bermuda and either going further south, or some opt to stay for the whole winter. So the goal today is basically to walk around Ferry Point and see if we can find any exciting birds. So my friend Paul here, actually, he's captured a few birds using a tool called a mist net. It looks like an oversized badminton net, and the idea is you put this net up in the trees like in a walking trail, and if you put the net behind the right backdrop, it's almost invisible to the birds. So you may put like a little speaker next to the net and it'll lure the birds into the flight path into the net, and then you take the bird out. So we do have a few birds in the hand right now, in that bag, those two bags there, for you to look at up close in the hand. And yeah, so this will give you a sense of the kinds of birds that we'll be seeing, hopefully, you know, as we walk around.
So you have birds?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, so Miguel, myself, and David, although he's not doing it now, are three people in Bermuda who are licensed to catch and study birds for research purposes. So we catch them, put a little metal ring on the legs, which is individually numbered. These birds then get, we call it processed, so we measure them, age and sex them, weigh them, check the amount of fat on them, because they, you know, when they're migrating, sometimes there's nothing on them at all, and then we let them go and they just go about the way. So I was out here early this morning. I just set a couple of nets up, so I've got a couple just to show you in the hand.
Yeah.
These are two of the more common warblers that we get through the winter. This is a bird called a northern water thrush, and it's a warbler species, but it's called a water thrush because it's very similar to a thrush species. Very distinctive in the fact that I have that lovely creamy eye stripe.
Creamy
eye stripe. It's called supercilium above the eye.
Okay.
The northern water thrush is one of two. There's northern in Louisiana. The difference between the Louisiana is the eye stripe curves.
And we're off with the birders. Let's see, we've got about 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, a dozen people. 12 to 14 people. And right now we're about to go into the woodlands area of Ferry Reach, and then we're going to come back around to the point. We're on the lookout for birds. Unusual ones, not your typical sparrow and starling. Right, Sherry?
I'm out walking, exercise.
Bird as we walk around. But it looks like, if you see a bird that looks like a kiskadee with a big head and blue, that's a belted kingfisher. Yeah. So that's yeah. See the migratory ones like November, December. Those are like the best times to find them. So quiet, sheltered bays like this are really great places to find, you know, migrant waterfowls. So it's not all about land birds. You're looking up for birds of prey. You're looking in the ocean for swans and ducks. You're checking the woods for warblers. You never know. Yeah, the Moxie. Oh my God.
We just finished seeing the white egret. This is a fallen casuarina root base. Can't even see the tree at all. He's trying to call. He's trying to call the songbirds to scare away the owl.
Yeah, so Paul has a playback of an owl on his phone.
This is the owl that birds can test, but it's not very loud on the phone.
So usually we carry a speaker to like broadcast that louder. But we both forgot our speaker. That whine, that's like a great catbird in the background.
Prickly pear. Saw some ripe ones earlier. Should have taken a picture of them. That's like the other one that we just saw, but it was so big we couldn't even see the tree.
What happens is we're all looking this way, something crazy is probably happening behind us.
I think somebody's been
This is
taking pictures.
Bermuda's Yellow Fever Cemetery out on Ferry Reach Point.
It's a good place to see birds that prefer open green habitat. Yeah. Yeah. Birds like.
Yesterday, I'm gonna go check the nets and then I'll catch you guys up.
Okay.
See what's there. All right?
Alright, cool. Do you want? Okay, cool.
So I'll get a few, but I'll come back. I'll join you. I'll leave them by the car because it's cool enough.
Okay.
Keep them warm.
Alright.
40 minutes an hour shouldn't be a problem.
Okay, got it. We'll probably walk just in front of like Lover's Lake and then.
I saw it.
I heard the blackbill warbler again, and to me they sound like a jolt of electricity. It's like a psst, psst, you know, as we touch like a hot wire. So these birds do have distinctive calls, and you
Something's right. I heard something. You heard it. Cool.
We're on a portion of the railway trail on Ferry Reach right now, heading toward the coastline, east. Heading east, railway trail, Ferry Reach.
Which one? Cattle.
Spittle Farm.
like a gull that's like all brown. That's usually an immature bird, and adult gulls are usually like right below. Yeah, well, keep taking pictures because you never know.
Yeah.
It was turning around.
Yeah, we could do a quick loop and then head back towards the car park area because Paul will probably have some more birds for us to look at.
See, we even have benches out here on Ferry Reach Point. Okay, this is Lover's Lake Nature Reserve. It's formally protected as a wetland of international importance on the Ramsar site, as listed by the International Union of Conservation of Nature, run by UNESCO. It is an inland tidal saltwater marine pond formed thousands of years ago and is connected to the sea by a single deep subterranean channel. So, Lover's Lake Nature Reserve. And there's a trail. You can't really see the lake itself through the trees there in the foreground, but behind that is the actual lake. And then here's a little trail that probably leads down to the lake.
Yeah, this is taken to the Wilson Cemetery. I'm surprised this hasn't been open. Wow.
So this bird watching little tour is definitely outside my normal box of activities. It's been interesting. We haven't seen as many birds as I think Dr. Miguel Mayhouse would have liked for us to see, but it's all good. Getting to explore Ferry Reach in nature. And look at this. This is just going wild.
Starry night, but because of the whistling from all cars, it drowns out a lot of the songs of the birds flying over. Yeah, so yeah, it's kind of sad. But it's cool hearing that broad daylight. Okay, I think Paul is back here.
Yeah.
Our bird, because it's an immature bird, so it's a bird of this year, and quite often the young birds are very, very drab plumage-wise.
So we've got some dog walkers coming east and the bird watchers going west. This is the prettiest garbage can I've ever seen.
The band goes over the leg of the bird, and then a special set of pliers, all you're doing
Got a bracelet on.
is closing it up
Jewelry. Bling.
to
Yeah.
make sure it's properly closed and sealed. That'll never come off now.
Oh.
By the number of spots they have in the tail.
Wow.
So because this one only has 2 and they're small spots, it's likely to be a female, but because I'm just going to double check with some other things too.
What is that one called? What type of bird?
Black Poll, P-O-L-L.
P-O-double-L.
So like the black and white warbler you saw earlier,
Yeah.
but it has the black cap right over the top of it, hence the name Black Poll. So in the spring, the males would have that lovely,
Okay.
and the whole bird would be black and white.
Yeah.
Seen that person with that damn thing like this.
Looking at a picture taken with the mole Santa.
Yeah. The red stripe on it? Rusty kind of.
Rusty crown stripe,
And what's that one called?
oven bird.
Oven.
I.e. you're cooking your
Yes.
dinner in the oven. And again, see the how pointy the tail feathers are.
Yes.
That's indicative. It's
The Martello Tower, which was completed in 1828 as part of the Royal Navy Dockyard development. This is the Martello Tower.
Like intermediate. It's like not quite adult, not quite juvenile. It's like intermediate.
It looks like you can clearly see the delineation.
Check this view. The Martello Tower and the parish of Southampton and Sands out to Dockyard in the background. Wow.
Look at your red trap.
I know the pylon.
That's where they're trying
That over there is Coney Island at the end of the pylons. And someone is over there fishing right now. And of course, here's our bench. And when you sit on it, you get to look out at the causeway and this little island in between. Apparently that's the island that used to take the ferry, the pull ferry thing across from there over to Coney Island, horse and carriage and all that kind of stuff, so that people in St. George's could be connected to the rest of the island way back in the day. We made a stop at Eve's Pond because Jolene and I didn't get to cover this wooded hillside when we did this walk several weeks ago now.
I do that. I do every night.
I took a lot of pictures. What is going on?